Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of the PS2 Collector. At the moment we're currently on 130 out of 4,376 games. On this episode I'm going to show you the 10 most recent games that I've bought for my collection. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Let's start off with game number 131, and that is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I know I want to be, but yeah, so this game's quite basic. You have to answer 15 questions to become the millionaire, and if you watch the show, you have 3 lifelines, and those are phone a friend, 50-50, and ask the audience. It has about 4,000 questions and is compatible with the iToy, and if you do have the buzzers as stated on the front cover, you can use that with it. But yeah, for me, this is the kind of game you play with your family. And yeah, only £1. Game number 131, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The next game on my collection, game number 132, and that is World Snooker Championships 2005, with without unanimously the greatest snooker player of all time, Ronnie O'Sullivan, in the front cover. And with snooker games, they tend to have become a mobile game, but back in the day they were released on the PS2, and the concept is you just play snooker. And yeah, if you do enjoy snooker and you do have a snooker table, you can go virtually on the PS2. So yeah, only £1, developed by Sega as well. You can't go wrong. And that's game number 132, World Snooker Championships 2005. Game number 133 shows the worst sport on the planet. Shout out to Doc. I repeat, the worst sport on this planet. Tiger Woods Golf 2002. With the Tiger Woods game, they generally do go cheap. £1, you can't go wrong. And yeah, with me and golf, I just don't like it. It's just a boring, dead sport. And the only reason that you should get this game is to complete the PS2 collection, which shows my dedication with this challenge. And that, my friends, is game number 133, only £1, Tiger Woods Golf PGA Tour 2002. Game number 134 is Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood. What an epic title that is. This game was part of the PS2 Trinity at the time of World War games, and those were Call of Duty, Medal of Honor, and this game here, Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood. And for me, I played about 10 minutes of this game, and I've got to say, visually it's a great game, but is it better? The $1,000,000 question, is it better than Call of Duty? It is not, unfortunately, and this is why Medal of Honor and Brothers in Arms did not surpass into the next generation, and that made Call of Duty the numero uno of World War first-person shooters. But yeah, as a game on its own, it is quite a good game, and if you do enjoy these type of games, give this game a go. Game number 134, Brothers in Arms, Earned in Blood, only £2 as well, so you can't go wrong with the price. The next game, game number 135, is a unique racing game. I'm surprised there's none of these games out there anymore, and that is Toer Racer Driver. So Toer Race Driver is a story-based driving simulation game. So unlike Gran Turismo, which is a bit more professional, it's just about your career in racing, this game adds a bit of an emotional story into it, which I find quite intriguing. And I'm quite surprised that this game, unfortunately, did not do well. Visually, it looks phenomenal. The game's cars are licensed, so I've got to give credit there. But is it better than Gran Turismo? It's not. Gran Turismo adds the realism, but this game is a bit of mixed. You can see a bit of arcade element, and you can see a bit of the simulation element. And the story itself, they try to do too much, I think. And yeah, if you do enjoy racing games, especially simulation ones, give this game a go. Toer Race Driver, game number 135. The next game is another racing game, dare I say a licensed racing game, and it's a kind of racing game that I don't enjoy, and that is Formula 1 2003. With Formula 1 games, they go where Gran Turismo go with the realism and simulation racing game, and for me, Formula 1 is not my type of racing game. My type of racing games are Gran Turismo and Burnout series. Those two in their genre are absolutely phenomenal. But Formula 1 games over time have not been successful, and the popularity has distinguished, which is quite a shame because I know it has a big fan base, but for me the audience unfortunately is not there for Formula 1 games. I said it for years, these kind of games should be on the PC, but that's my opinion. But yeah, game number 136 for £1.50, F1 2003. Game number 137 is quite a unique game. When I looked at it, it looks quite different, and I'll tell you why. And that is RC Revenge Pro. So the only thing that caught my eye with this game was the spine. As you know, in the PAL regions as well as Japan, the games were like, for example, let me show you. The spines of PAL games and as well as Japanese games were white, but with RC Revenge Pro, it has a designed spine which is quite unique in the PAL region. So I found that it does well to look different. And yeah, but as a game, it's like a toy racing game in a way, and it has extreme missions. But yeah, there's nothing more to say to it, and it's developed by Acclaim. And for me, in my personal opinion, I'm losing my voice here. Acclaim is one of the worst developers when it comes to games, and it shows. The quality of graphics is very poor, and this game seems very outdated. It looks like a PS1 game. But yeah, if you do enjoy classic car toy racing games, give this one a go. RC Revenge Pro, only £2. Let's see if you like it or not. But be aware, it is developed by Acclaim, and I despise Acclaim. But yeah, game number 137. The next game, game number 138, is Star Wars Starfighter. This is an air simulation war game. So basically, you have to be in a ship and you must destroy the enemy targets. Quite a basic concept and quite a basic Star Wars game. It is one-dimensional and it is quite repetitive. But yeah, with Star Wars games nowadays, they've lost the charm, unfortunately. I remember the games on the Xbox, on the early PS2 era, the Star Wars games were absolutely phenomenal. But over time, the franchise has not been as successful as it was on the PS2. But is this a good game? Is it better than Bounty Hunter and the Jedi Knight on the Xbox? No, it's not. But if you do enjoy dogfights in the sky, this game is for you. And that, my friend, is game number 138, Star Wars Dogfighter. Game number 139 is a movie-based game, and it's called, I've personally not seen it, it's called The Great Escape, and it's based on Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen is one of the most famous actors in America. Unfortunately, I've not seen many of his films, but yeah, one of his movies got put into a game, which I find quite astonishing, because Steve McQueen in the mid-2000s was unfortunately quite forgotten. But in America he's popular, but around the world he wasn't as popular as he was compared to America. But yeah, for me, I play this game. It reminds me of the James Bond games, but a budget titled version of it. For me, I don't enjoy movie tie-in games. Movie tie-in games are 1 in 10. You get 1 gem out of 10 movie-based games, which I find quite disappointing, because the amount of money and budget and the licensing that they have, the amount of shovelware that they release is a disappointment, unfortunately. But yeah, this is one of them. The Great Escape, only £2. And if you are a fan of Steve McQueen's movies, this might be just for you. Game number 139, The Great Escape. And the final game of this video, game number 140, is the Intellivision, the history of video gaming. So this is a tribute to the classic Intellivision console back in the late 70s and the late 1980s. So for the budget, for the price, you get 60 games for £2. 60 games on one disc for £2, but it's got a minimal market. Because this was, at the time, bare bone games. You have to be, no offense, you have to be around 50 to 60 years old to remember these games, and it's basically targeting that audience. But if you want to know the history of video gaming, if you want to know where it all started, give this game a go. Because I played, even though it's bare bone, I did play a couple of games and the controls are quite basic, and yeah, it doesn't get a bit, the difficulty is not that much, and it's not difficult to play. But yeah, if you do enjoy classic retro games and you're into that genre, give this game a go. Game number 140, only £2, with 60 games, man. Absolute bargain price. 60 games for £2. I cannot emphasize that much further. Brilliant budget price for this. Anyways guys, that's game number 140. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, leave a subscribe, and if you want to know when my videos are on, click on the bell icon below. Anyways guys, until next time, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care guys.